Hey guys, just Freckles back online again, and today I'm going to be telling you guys 7 secrets to starting Minecraft. By the way guys, this little blue sheep here will be playing hide and seek with you guys, so let me know if you find him down in the comments below. And while you're down there, let me know what you think I should name him, because at the moment he's just blue sheep. Minecraft is a sandbox game where you can play by yourself or with friends and create and craft resources, as well as exploring the landscape to find even more resources from other biomes to build houses. But we'll get into what biomes are just in a few seconds. Minecraft has a few interesting terms that as a beginner you may not understand. For example, biome. What does that mean? It means like an environment. For example, a jungle. That would be classed as a biome. Whereas a jungle tree would just obviously be classed as a tree. There are also a few other biomes like swamp, desert. Those are biomes. There are also a few other biomes that I'm not sure if you guys have heard of, like sunflower plains, normal plains, birch forest, roof forests, and mesas, which in case you don't know, it basically is like hardened clay all over the surface and it's really bumpy. They're so cool. And then there's mobs, which basically is like an animal or a creature. There are good passive mobs like Mr. Blue Sheep, he would be a nice passive mob. Pigs, cows, chickens, and then there are the mean creaturey mobs, like skeletons, creepers, zombies, spiders, and all those things. Give me shivers. And then there's spawn, which sometimes I forget what it means. It basically means you load into it and are alive in a world. For example, when you first load into a world, you spawn into the world. Animals are generated or they spawn as soon as you load into the world. Then we have noobs, which they don't know much about the game. They don't know that there's as many resources as there are. They mainly only think there's wood, stone, and dirt, and so they end up building houses like that. It's just your standard kind of, I don't really know how to play the game, but I still do, you know? And finally, HP, which sadly doesn't mean Harry Potter. It means health. So health is basically you have 10 hearts in a row, and then when you jump off of large cliffs, then you lose hearts. But then don't worry guys, if you don't lose all of your hearts and end up dying, you'll just regen them, unless you're in ultra hardcore mode. The first thing you need to do when you load into a world or spawn into a new world, look at us using our new terms and language, you need to collect wood. You need to collect quite a bit of wood, but some people end up collecting way too much. Like when I first started playing, I spent the entire day collecting wood, and then when it became nighttime, I didn't have a shelter. So may I suggest collect 16 blocks, because then when you times that by 4 for the oak planks, or just wood planks, you have 64. Look at us. Now that you collected the wood and you've turned them into wood planks, let's make the tools. You obviously need to start by making a crafting table so you have enough space to craft the tools. You do that by just using your little 2x2 crafting grid and putting 1 block of wood in each space. Then you take the crafting table from the output. You need to put it in your hotbar, which is a little line there, and then the rest is your inventory, which you don't have on standby as much. You put down the crafting table and then you make the tools. You use sticks and wood, or stone, iron, gold, or diamond, but that's too advanced. We'll just start with wood. Once you've collected wood, turned it into wood planks, made your tools, it's getting really late in the day, and so you should probably make a shelter. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in a bad situation at night. So you build a 4x4 on the ground, so it will end up like a little square. Then you build 3 blocks high because your character is 2 blocks high. And so by the time you add the roof, you'll just fit. Okay, so if you weren't lucky enough to spawn in or near a mushroom island, then this is how you survive. So you've built yourself a little shelter, and there's no point logging out, because then when you log back in, it'll still be night. So you just kind of wander off, maybe go have lunch for 10 minutes, and then when you come back, you're fine. But here's the thing. Endermen. Oh, those things are scary. Those things can teleport. They're 3 blocks high. And this was really unlucky. But once I had an Enderman teleport to that 1 block, and then I accidentally looked at an Enderman. Endermen are safe when you leave them alone, but when you look at them, they'll attack you. So, if you don't come across an Enderman, your job is pretty simple. Don't get shot by a skeleton, don't get hugged by a zombie, don't get jumped on by a spider, and don't get exploded by a creeper. Just hide in your house. So, you just survived your first night. Congratulations, guys. You guys are getting really good at this game. Then you're wandering around in the morning, going to get more wood, you know, those daily chores, errands that you need to run. And then you come across pigs, sheep, cows, and chickens. Don't be intimidated, they're passive. That's why this is called passive animals. You can collect them, but you need wheat and carrots and seeds. Those are really hard to get. You need to break glass and zombies drop carrots and potatoes. Who decided that? I didn't know that if I killed a zombie I would get a carrot or a potato. Although it's very rare that they do drop carrots or potatoes. So if you do get a carrot or a potato, farm that and then put 1 carrot and 1 potato in an item frame. Those are your prized possessions. Those are my favorite vegetables. So I had a rumor from my friend that there are 3 dimensions. Yeah, let me tell you about them. There's the first one, which is the overworld. That's where you collect your resources, go mining, and live in. But then there are 2 other dimensions. What are they? Let's find out. Number 1, well, 2, is the nether. So the reason you mainly go there is to collect blaze rods from killing these mobs called blazes. They're really cool looking, but also really scary and do a lot of damage. You kill them so that you can get blaze rods, which you use to make a brewing stand and to make blaze powder with by just putting them in a crafting table or your 2x2 crafting grid. Then you make potions. Then you can also collect netherrack and nether quartz, which for some reason nether quartz turns into normal quartz. I would expect it to be nether quartz. But then the netherrack is mainly for lighting safe fires. If you light it on wood, then it will spread. If you just have a lava pit, it will spread onto grass. And we don't want to cause forest fires, so you use netherrack to light a safe fire. Although in 1.14 they did add the option to make campfires. I haven't actually made one in survival, but I assume that they are safe and they don't spread. Although I have tested it, so I do know for a fact they don't spread. Number 3 is the end. The end is where the big boss mob is. What's a boss mob? It's the hardest to kill bosses in the game. They are large and in charge. They are really, really valuable. If you have an ender dragon head, then just give yourself a little pat on the back. So the ender dragon is the biggest and hardest to kill boss mob. It's in the end, which you need to find a stronghold. A stronghold is there's only one in a world and it's naturally generated. You can't just build the portal like the nether. You need to find it. It's really hard to find, and when I tried finding it, I could never find it. So I just kind of cheated and searched for it in spectator mode, which is also a very useful mode for finding that. I recommend it if you're just cheating. And so the ender dragon you kill, and then you get so much experience. Like plus 10 cool person points. Then once you've killed the ender dragon, you can go to the end city, which is basically where all these annoying shulkers spawn. So you try and travel to find the end city so that you can collect shulker shells so that you can make shulker boxes, which are really cool, and when you break them, they're not like chests. You can use them as chests, but when you break them, none of the items go flying out. It's not like fireworks, sadly. They stay in the box and then you can carry them around as if it's a little backpack. Then you also go there for purple blocks, which are really, really pretty. They're little purple bricks, and then there are a few other just amazing ways of making the purple block. And then you also collect end gods, which look so pretty. I made them in Creative World for a fence and it looked so cool. If you're a creative person like me, then when you build houses, definitely use end rods as the fence. It's so cool, although it doesn't really do much for defending your house. But for decoration, plus 10 cool person points. So you finally finish the end. How do you get out? Okay, this is the risky part and the final part of Minecraft. Like, you are really strong after you've been to the end. You are so powerful and you're really cool. So again, pat on the back. You end up going to need an ender pearl, which endermen drop. I know, the scary tall things, yeah. So you kill those, and then there's a slight chance that they'll drop an ender pearl. You use an ender pearl, and then you try and aim it properly so that you can get back into the overworld and go talk to your sheep again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified every single time I upload a video. Share this video with all of your friends and all of your family. Wait! I just remembered. Guys, you know how I was talking about the end and having to get back to the overworld? Do not miss your shot. Otherwise, you could fall into the void and then you'll lose all of your experience that you just earned from killing the ender dragon and all the items on you. Hey, Mr. Sheep, how are you? Did you guys find him? Let me know in the comments below. Leave a comment down below telling me if you want me to do a part 2 and if I should do Minecraft tips and tricks next or something else. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye from me and goodbye from all of my Freckles.